The Progressive Era gave way to many new reforms and reformers. Amongst these reforms was a series of economic acts that all had their differing impacts on each level of society. These acts changed how we trade, how we move product, and how we store money. Under the Hepburn Act, the ICC, which is a government body that regulated carriers between states, was given much more power. With this power, they could set maximum rates for railroad shipping, making moving product more expensive and less time efficient for the railroads. In turn, this placed a burden of proof on the railroads, forcing them to periodically demonstrate that a rate was reasonable. This act also eliminated the railroads' ability to give discounts to loyal customers, making doing business with big companies increasingly difficult. The railroad situation got increasingly worse after this as the government pushed more and more for federal control of the railroads. Finally, in 1920, the East Cummings Act returned railroads to private hands.
Passed in December 23, 1913 by President Woodrow Wilson, the Federal Reserve Act is one of the most influential laws concerning the U.S. financial system and the most successful attempt at creating a national bank. The purpose was to create an effective banking system and provide economic stability. Due to this act, a three-tier banking system was formed. At the top is the Federal Reserve Board, which runs the system and is appointed by the President. The second tier is the 12 Federal Reserve Banks, which serves other banks. The last tier consists of private banks, which borrows money from the Federal Reserve Banks. As a result of the act, our nation's bank is under the federal government's supervision for the first time. However, bankers opposed this act because only one of their 7 members could represent the banking community. Nonetheless, it created a stable banking system.
The Clayton Antitrust Act was an addition to the antitrust laws and added to the Sherman Antitrust Act, which clarified and supplemented key points. The Sherman Act, in short, outlined monopolization, and along with the Clayton Act, exclusive sales, contracts, local price cutting, rebates, and intercorporate stock holdings were prohibited. It also restricted the injunction against labor and legalized peaceful strikes, picketing, and boycotts. This thrilled organized labor and gave them a firmer grip in the business world, allowing them to fight back against big business.
The Federal Trade Commission Act was an independent agency of the U.S. government. It was established in 1914. Its one mission was to prevent unfair competition methods and unfair deceptive acts that may affect business commerce. In addition, it covered a wide variety of practices and consumer issues. This project was one of President Woodrow Wilson's major acts against trust. Not everybody obeyed the Federal Trade Commission Act. The violations of the act are usually proven by showing bad faith, fraud, oppression, or a violation of public policy.